Hello, Dharma Circles. Swati here, the Embodied Dharma Coach. Let's talk about the number one reason why you haven't increased your revenue or grown your business. This is actually the elephant in the room. This is that shadow work that most people neglect. We're all doing it on some level. None of us are perfect, and our business is going to reflect this shadow that is often overlooked as a small business owner. So this is the elephant that needs to be addressed in the room. It is your disorganization and the messy back end of your business. So let's talk about the things that need to be addressed in order for you to have more space, more clarity, more ability to receive. Because when the overwhelm is impacting your body will actually say, no, I don't want more clients. It doesn't feel safe. So first I want to help you identify where you are in your business right now. When you look at your to-do list, when you look at your revenue, when you look at taxes, when you look at hiring someone new, what happens in your body? What does your body do? Do you feel a sense of overwhelm? Maybe there's some mess that needs to be cleaned up, or there's some sloppiness or disorganization taking place in your business. Because this is important to first and foremost acknowledge. This is your shadow work. Acknowledging where you are now, identifying how it feels in your body, and then taking the action steps to transform this on a mental, emotional, body level, as well as with tangible action steps. So notice if the current chaos and disorder of your business is impacting your body. And how does it feel? Because the truth is that if you are feeling any sense of disorganization or overwhelm, if there's messiness or sloppiness with your transactions and your clients, you will not be able to grow your business and receive more clients. And the body will ultimately say no. And it could even be self-sabotage or a sense of unworthiness. Maybe you don't feel deserving with this mess going on in the background, but the body will say no more. If it's already feeling overwhelming in the body, why would you want more of that? And that's how brilliant and wise our body actually is. When we are wondering and we're questioning, why can't I seem to receive more clients? What is it about my business that's not working? And you can implement all the systems and structures, but it's this mental, emotional, body work that is your top priority. It really determines your success. And then that cleanup of the behind the scenes that nobody else sees, but you feel it and you know that it's happening. This impacts your ability to receive more, to feel worthy and deserving, to just have the emotional and energetic space to receive more. And this is such a good time to be talking about this because it's spring equinox. We have some compromised Mercury going on. Mercury will go retrograde soon. And we're going into an eclipse cycle, and it's tax season, and all of these things that are really about cleanup and being tidy and making sure that we're cleaning out the closets, that the closets of our business and our body are not full of crap. And this happens as we go through the cycles and the seasons. We may neglect things. And certainly as we grow our business, and there's certain seasons and cycles in our business, it's not always grow, 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 ramp up, ramp up, ramp up. There are waning cycles in the business, and this is a perfect time to be tending to what's going on behind the scenes in the closet of your business as we move through a waning cycle in the season. We're coming into an expansion phase, but your expansion will be determined by how well you tend to this cleanup that you may be neglecting. So let's talk about the things that need to be cleaned up in order for you to have more order and space and energetically able to hold more people and expand your business in the cycles ahead. This is about making space energetically and in your body just as much as the practical steps. So first of all, I want you to address those body pieces. How does this feel in your body? The back end of your business, the taxes, the lack of systems and structures, the lack of SOPs, standard operating procedures, contracts, that kind of thing. When you onboard a new client, what's your process? How does it feel in your body? And just rate on a scale from 1 to 10. How strong does it feel? Let's say 10 is the strongest, 1 is not very strong. How strong does the overwhelm feel for you in your body? Give it a number. You're welcome to type into the chat below so that we can witness each other here. And just notice how strong a challenge does this feel? How overwhelming does it feel in your body? Now, here's the list of things that I encourage you to make a priority in your business. As you grow and scale, these are the things you're really going to need to think about in order to create less stress, to create a gentle, easy, peaceful business model that is simple and doesn't stress you out more. Because if you're stressed out now about your business, more clients, more revenue, it's going to stress you out even more. So, got to clean up the back end of your business. Look at your emails. When was the last time you cleaned out your email inbox and tended to all of the emails, filing them into order and responding to emails that need to be responded to, deleting what needs to be deleted? Clean out your inbox. First step. You need to be able to track your revenue properly and pay yourself a salary. You should know how to do that. That should be part of your revenue process. Taxes. We won't get into the tax debate right now, but if you're filing taxes, you need to know how to do that peacefully and gently, quarterly, annually, state, federal. What's your relationship with your taxes? For the life of your business, there's going to be taxes and you got to deal with them. So what's your strategy and what's your support around that? What about your onboarding process? Do you have an onboarding process that is systematized? So you know what happens every time you register a new client, move them through your process. What does that look like? And do you have a proper sales process? And do you have a Google Doc? Do you put everyone in your Google Doc? What is the system that you move people through when you onboard them? You need that. You need to also know how to run proper promotion cycles for consistent cash infusions. This is Six-Figure Business 101. Having those systems and structures in place if you want my promo cycle steps, comment 6 figures below, we'll send you my process and procedures so you can start to get that on lockdown. How's it going with your revenue growth? Do you have a 6-figure revenue strategy in place? Something that you can continue to replicate, and over and over and over again, it's working. And what is that? Have you raised your prices? You should be raising your prices every year. This is part of your growth process. What are your prices? Are they outdated? All right. What about moving beyond single sessions and your body saying no more? No more. That's usually why someone comes to work with me, is they want to get out of the single session, dead end process, business structure that they're in. It's not scalable. Their body will eventually burn out. It's just not sustainable. Do you have a plan in place? Do you have a structure that goes beyond single sessions? You need to have that in place. Your business success cannot be solely based on your physical body and your hands. You need other strategies in place. If something happens to your body, if something happens to your hands, you need to be able to still generate income, and you need to have systems and structures in place for that. And a big part of that is moving online and having the ability to share your knowledge and wisdom. Again, comment 6 figures if you want those systems and strategies in place. Okay, the next one is you need to elevate your client base, and you don't know how to do that. Some of you are working with clients that no longer fulfill you, don't nourish you. They are 10 years behind you, and it's not fulfilling anymore to work with these people and their needs. Have you upgraded the quality and the type of client that you work with? Are you working with your ideal client? You need systems and structures in place in order to do that. A big part of that is marketing and upgrading your offer. I'll say it again. Comment 6 figures below if you want my systems and strategies around that. All right, the next one. Hi, Dev. This is Devi. Hi, Dev. So the next piece of your cleanup, your business cleanup, is standard operating procedures. These are called SOPs. And if you want to hire support, even a VA or some sort of assistant, you need to have your SOPs written out, clear, organized. It should be a matter of, I hand you my SOPs and you can literally step in and do the job. There are going to be some things that you can't hand over. That's okay. There are some things right now that you do need to hand over, and you should have SOPs in place to make sure that you can easily make that transition, hire the right people, and this isn't another burden for you and your business. Are your client contracts and agreements clear? Do you use DocuSign? Are you using the proper legalities to make sure that everything is clean and clear when you onboard a new client, and legally everything is orderly and organized? So you need to have clear client contracts and agreements. That's really part of your SOPs and also part of your onboarding procedure. Do you have one system in place for receiving payments? If you have more than one, that's okay, but there needs to be a standard systematized process for taking, receiving payments, and how they go into your bank account. And that's another, make sure this is orderly, organized, and clear. You, of course, should have separate bank accounts for your business and your personal revenue, okay? You need to have a very clear system for onboarding new clients. Make sure that's not a sloppy process. Make it clean, make it clear, make it systematized. That's also part of your SOPs. Do you have a system in place for closing with clients? So what happens when you're done working with someone? What is that system or structure that allows the relationship to close very sweetly, kindly, appropriately? What is that system? Have that in place. Make sure it's in your SOPs, and you could hand that off to a co-coach or whoever's on your team. Do you have a resource list for your clients? This is one of my favorite things that I've implemented. I implemented this way back in the beginning of my business because people would have the same needs over and over again. And rather than me repeating it or typing it out or having to come up with new resources, I just systematized this. And every single client who comes to work with me gets my resource list and all of the tools that I have found beneficial and have helped my clients. Make sure you have a consistent resource list in place for your clients. Are you implementing a money ritual? Do you have a money ritual in place? This should be weekly and certainly monthly to track revenue, to track spending, make sure that things are paid on time, that you are seeing where your revenue goes, how you're handling it, and just to make sure that eyes are on the revenue. Make sure you have a money ritual in place, and whether that's QuickBooks or I have a numbers doc that I use, and I just keep everything filed properly, and I'm tracking revenue and spending. What about an accountant? Do you need an accountant? Do you need help with your taxes? Again, having proper support in place for getting these systems easy and gentle will go a long way in making you feel less overwhelmed, less stressed. So this is a pretty long list of things that need to be attended to for the back end of your business to be clean, orderly, and organized. But go through this list and just notice, where do you need to show up a little bit more? What's that one next step that you could take in order to make sure that things are starting to move more smoothly? You are getting more organized, you're getting more clear, you are not letting things pile up or get sloppy. Just want to remind you what I said at the beginning of this class. This is about energetics. If your body is feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, if there's a sloppiness or a lack of precision and attention to what's going on in the back end of your business, your body will say no more to receiving new clients, receiving more money, because the body's already at its max. It's already saying, I already feel overwhelmed. Why would I want more of this? And that's why we clean up the back end of the business. Yes, we do the personal development work. We do the psycho-emotional body work required to tend to this shadow. Why is it so overwhelming? What is the resistance to showing up and creating systems and structures? Do you need more help with this? But also, taking those practical steps is absolutely essential. And one thing I can promise you is once this is organized and things are running more smoothly in the background, you have SOPs in place, you have systems and structures for onboarding, receiving revenue, tracking your revenue, your ability to say yes to receiving more will feel so much easier. If you want my six-figure business strategies and systems to help you organize your six-figure business, you want the online resources so you can grow and scale and also implement a proper promo cycle, comment six figures below. We'll get you started with my masterclass series so you can start organizing, cleaning up, and improving your business. All right, I hope this was helpful. Share below, what is one place you need to focus right now and clean up your business and start getting more organized? Share with us below, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.